Hello and welcome back. Today I'm in the Tuscan town of Pisa, visiting one of the most famous sites in the country. You can see I'm on a bridge which crosses the Arno River here, and all the colourful buildings that surround the area. Beautiful weather today, blue sky and the sun setting as it's golden hour right now, as you know, my favourite time to film. So let's head on through the streets towards the Leaning Tower, and I'm going to pick up something along the way. I'll be honest, I quite like the town centre with all these columns and pillars, years of history, and then of course the green windows above on all the different coloured buildings. So I've just picked up a pizza from Pizzeria Il Montino just behind me, widely considered to be the best in town. Wow, that really leans more than I expected, and it's actually bigger than I expected, because when looking online, many of the reviews and things that people said, some dogs, were that it was actually quite small. And also maybe because there's just so many crowds that it dampens the experience for a lot of people. The fact that it's really quiet here today is a blessing, and maybe that's why I'm appreciating it that little bit more. Let's open up the pizza. This is a La Pisana. Wow, look at that. I can't for the life of me remember what's in it. I have to have another look. I think it's anchovies, cheese, but apparently this is some of the best pizza in Pisa. So, with a view, let's give it a taste. Amazing. I don't normally go for thick pizzas. I quite like the Romana, thin crust kind of base. This is much thicker. But hey, pizza and pizza. So this thing took 200 years to build, but by the time it was completed in 1372, it was already tilting quite substantially. Normally you would be competing with other selfie sticks here at the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but today I am pretty much on my own, apart from a few Italians strolling past. Absolutely mesmerizing. I don't want to bang on about how quiet Italy is, because obviously not everybody is wanting to risk traveling at this time, which makes perfect sense. But it's just so fascinating to capture some of these iconic places which are just almost empty. The tilt, caused by a weaker layer of subsoil, worsened over time. The tower then tilted for an average of 1 millimeter per year for the next 600 years, until today it's now, after some restoration, 3.9 degrees off vertical. It has to be said, it's not just the Leaning Tower that's impressive. The entire grounds around here is absolutely stunning and so nice to stroll around, including the Cathedral de Pisa. Welcome back. I'm now here in Siena, which is not far from both Florence and Pisa, and I thought I would spend half the video exploring this other Tuscan town which has a lot to offer. As you can see and hear, it's almost like going back in time to the Renaissance in a time machine. You'll see a bit more of the town as I walk around now in the evening, and hopefully be as impressed as I am by all of these Gothic buildings and this incredible architecture. So I'm now walking towards the Piazza del Campo, popularly known as Il Campo, which has been the heart of Siena since the 12th century and the social hub and main square of the city. Your first viewing of this square in Siena will be one that draws breath. It really is quite impressive. Lots of restaurants and bars and places people have sandwiches and aperitifs. As you can see, lots of people sitting in the central part in the evening here relaxing, and the Palazzo Pubblico and its bell tower which dominates the square. Now, I haven't been doing too much here in Siena the last few days. I've just been catching up on some editing before heading to Rome, and I think it's a great stop to make if you're covering some of the major cities in Italy like Florence and you want to visit Pisa, also the capital and perhaps Naples, and going either north or south you can stop in Siena or perhaps Chianti, which are really nice small Tuscan towns where you can soak in the architecture, sip on some wine, go to some nice trattorias in the evening and kind of just enjoy yourself and just wind down for a few days. I was originally hoping to pay a visit to the Torre del Mungia, the bell tower just above me, but it's closed at the moment. But if you want to brave the steep climb, then it is worth it for incredible views of the city. Just Google what it's like up there. There's something very special about Siena that you may not know. A very famous festival called Il Palio, dating back to the Middle Ages, takes place right here in this very square. What's it all about? Well, the city has historically been split into 17 different districts, and you can see here all the different flags, which you'll see dotted around the city, which is what comprises the different colors, and each district has their own identity and their own heritage, I suppose. And once a year here, 10 of the districts compete in a crazy race on horses 3 times around the square, and the entire middle part is filled with crowds, thousands of people. If you can get here in the summer, it's totally worth seeing Siena and this special historic event. Look at how the light from the sunset is shining on the facade of the Duomo di Siena, which is another one I would say is worth putting on your small list, I suppose, for this town. I wouldn't recommend too many things. I think it's the kind of place you should just stroll around and soak in. Here we go, an example of one of the flags from this particular district, all with different bright colors. This one orange, white with a blue perimeter. sun goes down there behind me, I'm gonna end the video here in this quiet little corner of Siena. Most of it's fairly quiet though, apart from that main square. And wow, what a place. Thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in travel insurance, then Safety Wing, link is in the description. Follow me on Instagram for updates of stories, etc. from Italy. And stay tuned for the next one as I head on to the capital city, Rome. So until then,